I just love advertisements about laundry detergent. Companies do their level best to convince us that their product and their product alone can remove stubborn stains from our clothes. Red wine spill? No problem. Blood stain? No worries. Grass, grease, ink? Gone. If only. In my experience, there are some stains that are so stubborn that no laundry detergent or treatment known to man will remove them. So I have an old shirt that I used to wear to work all the time, but now has been relegated to my collection of shirts I wear only around the house. The problem? I made the mistake of forgetting to put the cap back on a fountain pen and put it in my pocket, point side down. Even though I realized my mistake almost immediately, the damage was done. I tried everything, but nothing was able to remove that stain. I put that shirt on the other side of my closet in the wear around the house side of the closet probably 10 years ago, and I still wear it. But even after untold numbers of washings, that stain is still as visible as the day I put it there. So much for detergents. One of the metaphors the Bible uses to talk about sin is the metaphor of a stain. It pops up in a variety of places and usually points to especially serious sins like worshiping gods other than the Lord. As a metaphor for sin, it almost begs for the corresponding metaphor of cleansing as the antidote to the stain of sin. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. Every year we begin the season of Lent by reciting or singing Psalm 51. The psalm is a prayer of confession, pleading with God to remove the stain of sin. The psalm's heading is unusually specific about the sin in question. It is a sin committed by King David himself. The heading reads, "A Psalm of David when the prophet Nathan came to him after he had gone into Bathsheba." You know the story. King David has sent his army out to do battle while he himself remained in Jerusalem in the comfort of his house. Then one day, while he was walking on the roof of his house, he saw Bathsheba bathing. Giving in to his desires, he sent for Bathsheba and slept with her. That was his first sin. Then when she conceived and sent word to him that she was pregnant, he tried to hide his sin. He recalled his general, Uriah the Hittite, Bathsheba's husband, from the battlefield. His plan was for Uriah to sleep with his wife so that when he discovered his wife's pregnancy, he would naturally assume the child was his. Problem was, Uriah was too honorable a man. Instead of going into the arms of his wife, he slept outside because he didn't think it was right for him to enjoy the pleasures of his wife's intimacy while his troops were out on the battlefield. So David compounded his sin by plotting to have Uriah killed in battle. You know, you just can't make this stuff up. But this is all to say, Psalm 51, which we recite every year on Ash Wednesday, is David's prayer to God seeking forgiveness for his sins. The psalm begins, "Have mercy on me, O God, according to your steadfast love. According to your abundant mercy, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin." It continues a few verses later, "Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let the bones that you have crushed rejoice. Hide your face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities." While the psalm doesn't explicitly refer to sin as a stain, the language of cleansing certainly implies it. David knows that he has been stained by his triple sin, and he knows that on his own he is powerless to cleanse himself. He needs God's forgiveness to wash away his sins. We read substantially the same thing in the book of Revelation when John sees a multitude of saints, all dressed in white, gathered before the throne of God. One of the elders says to him, "These are they who have come out of the great ordeal. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." This is an especially vivid illustration of the metaphor. After all, who ever heard of washing something in blood and it comes out white? I once had a friend who simply could not understand this because he didn't understand how metaphors work. Look, you and I are stained in a metaphorical sense by our sin, but in God's mercy, we are washed clean, the stain of sin no longer lingering on us. It's what makes baptism such a vivid image. It is a powerful symbol of being washed clean of sin once and for all. Anyone can see it and instantly grasp its symbolic meaning. For we have all felt as though we need to be cleansed of our wrongdoings. So the great good news of the gospel is that in Jesus Christ, the stain of sin has been washed away for good. Tomorrow, one more image of sin, one that we use every week: sin as a debt. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.